Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Cheltenham Racecourse here on Saturday. It is the 1st January 2022. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from Cheltenham, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKit5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and I mean around the world. An excellent New Year's program from Cheltenham as usual, because last year, well, as usual, but last year they didn't run the New Year's program, got canceled because of all the waterlogging in the course. So let's look at the stakes action from Cheltenham. Races 3, 4, and 6 to 125, the 2 o'clock at the featured 310. The third race to 125, it's the Grade 2 Paddy Power Novices Chase. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse $75,500. Race for novice 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 4,200 meters, or 2 miles and 5/8 over the chase course. I'm going to take the 6-horse Miller's Bank as a top selection. We'll go 6-2-4 in the Tricast Trifecta. 6-2-4 Tricast Trifecta, top selection 6-horse Miller's Bank. Several given by passing glance. Gets Bannister up in the saddle for Alex Hales. The horse's most recent outing wasn't a success on the 26th of November at Newbury, yielding ground 2 miles and 1/2 in the Grade 2 Ladbrokes Commit to Safer Gambling Novice Chase, blah, 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 blah. Hate the names of these races sometimes. But the horse didn't finish the race. He lost a rider that day, Bannister. What can you do? He was jumping well early on, but he just needed something late, and also need to keep the rider up. But coming here off the one race he finished over the chases wasn't bad at all. I think he could really improve off the last few races. 2 back in the seasonal reappearances, first over the chases, came at Huntington, 2.5 miles in a Class 3 novice chase. Winning by 11 lengths, he did everything and more. He quickened up nicely, 100% cranked. That was a very good race for him there. And then in Aintree on the 8th of April, 2 miles and a half, and the Grade 1 Aintree Hurdle. He finished third by 3.25 lengths there, and definitely outran his 80-1 odds that day. He jumped well. He needed something massive late. He was closing up well, but he just needs something a little bit quicker late. But it wasn't the world's worst race for him there. And then before that, the 6th March at Newbury, 2 miles in a Class 3 handicap hurdle, winning by 10 lengths. Even with the high weight, he won for fun, basically. If you just take out that last Newbury race, he's been running, his form hasn't been half bad at all. He's been running these great numbers. He's on the up and up. 5-2, I like him a lot. Don't throw out the 2-horse Le Homme Pressé, as also Charlie Deutsch is on this one for Venetia Williams. Those two have seemed like they always run well here at Cheltenham. Most recently, they ran the horse in a graduation chase at Ascot right before Christmas, where he won by a baker's dozen, really putting on a show there, and put on a show, not as nice as the Ascot race. Before that, at Exeter, 2 miles race in a Class 3 handicap chase, winning by 6, an all-around good race. This horse has done everything and more over the chase since coming to it. Coming here where the trainer and jockey have a great striking duo. 9 to 5. We'll use the horse on the ticket, but 9 to 5, it does suck. But to recap my selection for the 225, the third race from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 2 Paddy Power Novices Chase. Let's take the 6-horse Miller's Bank's top selection. Let's give kudos to the 2-horse Le Homme Pressé. 6-2-4 Tricast Trifecta, 6-2 in your place pot. The fourth race at 2 o'clock, it is the Grade 3 Paddy Power New Year's Day Handicap Chase. It's a Grade 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $137,000. Race for 5-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 16 horses going 4,200 meters, or 2 miles and 5/8 over the chase course. I'm going to take here as a chance with the 3-horse Simply the Bets. We'll go 3-7 in the Forecast Exacta. 3-7 Forecast Exacta. Top selection 3-horse Simply the Bets. 8-year-old gun by Cardio. Harry Coben's on this one for Paul Nichols. Most recently, they ran the horse in the Grade 2 Many Clouds Chase at Aintree. 3 miles and 1/8 on the 4th of December. He didn't finish the race. He was facing a longer trip. He's facing so tough competitions, and he just wasn't excelling. It wasn't his day to win. Back here to Cheltenham, where this horse run very well in the past. He's a festival winner. I think he's in a more realistic spot to win. Even with the high weight of 164 pounds, he's a more realistic winner. 2 back, he ran in the Grade 3 Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase here at Cheltenham, 2.5 miles, 13th of November. His first start in nearly a year, he needed the race, finished 6 by 5.5 lengths. He was jumping early on. He lacked a good run in, but he showed potential early on. Like I said, needed the race there. Cutting back to 2 miles 5 furlongs here today should really, set him wonders from the last 2 races. He started here in November 2020 on Cheltenham in the Grade 3 Paddy Power Gold Cup Handicap Chase, where he finished 6 by 13 lengths. For his seasonal reappearance, he looked like he was going to pounce at any moment, but he didn't late. He really, just didn't show up there. And then before that, like I said earlier, he's a festival winning here in the 12th of March 2020 here at Cheltenham. 2 miles 5/8 in the Brown Advisory Maribel Stable Plate Handicap Chase, winning by 1/4 lengths at 7-2 as a lukewarm favorite. He put on a show and stayed the trip well. I like that he's proven he's going to run over this course. He can handle the given the ground. like I said, with a step down class from the last few, 15-1. I like him a lot. Don't throw out the 7-horse Zanza either. Tom O'Brien gets him out for Phillip Hobbs. Most recently, they ran the horse in the Racing Post Gold Cup Handicap Chase here at Cheltenham in December, where he finished second by 2 lengths and was really jumping a good race. I liked a good run in late, but nothing bad about that race. And then before that here at Cheltenham and Handicap Chase back in November, he finished 6th by 5.5 lengths, and it took him a little bit of time to get going. I think he needed to get experience with the course, but he's been improving so much this year. I think he's sitting on a good run at 6-1. Let's use him in the play spot in this very wide open race. To recount my selection for the 2 o'clock, the 4th race from Cheltenham, it's the Grade 3 Paddy Power New Year's Day Handicap Chase. Let's take the 3-horse Simply the Bets as a top selection. Give kudos to the 7-horse Zanza, 3-7, Forecast Exacta. We'll use them both in the play spot, and depending on their prices, we might do an each way on both of them. But let's head over to the featured 6th race, a 310 now from Cheltenham, which is the Grade 2 Relkeel Hurdle. It's a Grade 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a purse $96,000, race for 5-year-olds and upwards. 7 horses are going 4,000 meters or 2.5 miles over the hurdle course. I'm going to take here the 3-horse McFabulous as a top selection. 3-5-1 in the TriCash trifecta for me. 3-5-1 TriCash trifecta, top selection of 3-horse McFabulous, 7-year-old given by Milan. Herb Coben's on this one for Paul Nichols. The horse's most recent outing came the 8th of April in Aintree, 2.5 miles in the Grade 1 Aintree Hurdle, and he finished 8th by 11 lengths. As a 9-2 third choice, he didn't show up. He really just, wheels were spinning and completely missed the mark that day. Just wasn't his day to win. He threw in a clunker. Fresh season coming here today, not the world's toughest race. You know that some of those races at the end of the 2020-2021 jumping season come up really strong at Aintree and at Sandown and Punchestown. He was facing some very tough horses there, and this horse just couldn't really get into it. It wasn't his day to win. Coming here, not the world's toughest race in the world. I think he could find his winning form. 2 back and we're in the Grade 2 National Spirit Hurdle at Fontwell, 2 miles 5/8 in the 28th of February. He finished second by 5.5 lengths. He should have won at 67 cents a dollar, but he still jumped a terrific race there. Nothing bad about that run. And then the Relkeel last year at Kempton, remember, because it was canceled, this fixture last year, so it was ran at Kempton, 2 miles 5/8, 9th of January, winning by 2.25 lengths. He jumped for fun. That was a very good race there. It was his last victory also, and then before then, the long distance hurdle of 2020 in Newbury over the 3 miles, finished 3rd by 6.5 lengths, and he needs something extra there. The trip might have been just a little bit too long for him going the 3, but going back to 2.5 miles today should suit him well. Off the bench, he's proven he can run well off a bench. At 3-1, let's use him. Don't throw out the 5-horse on the blind side either for Nika de Boinville and Nicky Henderson. His horse hasn't been winning lately, but he's been facing very tough horses with a class relief here and slightly shorter trip. I think at 10-1 he has a chance to win. We'll definitely use him in the play spot to blow it up. But to recap my selection for the 310, the 6th race from Cheltenham, it's Grade 2 Relkeel Hurdle. Let's take the 3-horse McFabulous. Give kudos to the 5-horse on the blind side. 3-5-1 TriCash trifecta. 3-5 in your place pot. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingCat5. Good luck, everybody.